Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths, where there's a marauder off in the distance, Rambot is seemingly hanging around in midair, and I feel like building stuff. So, usual story, From the Depths is not far away from being fully released. Everything's up in the air right now, and well, I feel like building something that hopefully is going to be as unaffected by the changes coming as possible. That's impossible, by the way. Everything is going to change one way or other, or at least that's what I'm assuming. And so, what we have here is, I got nostalgic the other day a little bit, and thought, like, you know what, I really like CRAMs. And you can probably already see the name of the fortress there, and this is the result. Yeah, so, I felt like making a ship with way too many guns, and this is the guns for it. So, we're going to be making that ship. That is the idea of this Let's Build. Yes, this is another Let's Build. Woohoo! And lots of guns on it, and now you see a marauder, and, well... now you don't. I actually think it's... well, being reduced to 33% health. Like, it's not really there anymore. So, that's the kind of thing I like to see. So, yeah, the idea is build that ship. And this is going to be quite difficult because this turret arrangement alone is very big. And we're going to build this whole ship around the turrets. So, it's, yeah, this is a very well-named fortress, CRAMs. This thing's 200, this ship is going to be at least 200 meters long. So, it's going to be a big gal. So, what we need to do now is the first thing I'm going to do is because I want the guns spaced out as they are now. Paradoxically, the first thing I'm going to do is delete them. So, let's turn the UI back on, and turn this, and I'm going to have a bright red marker right here. And right here as well. Right here. And right here. Yep. Okay. Cool. And so, part of the plan for this whole design is that in dev test right now, I was thinking about doing a video on dev test, but there's not really much to talk about that I haven't talked about before, because it's mostly the APS update plus 1 meter custom jets, which are like the regular custom jets, except they're smaller. I'm looking forward to that. And what was that? I was going somewhere with this, and... oh yeah, so in dev test, aim point selection is going to be removed. So, little side tangent, if you go over to the aim point card, which is here, you have two options at the moment. So, what? Oh, no. So you have target random blocks and target mainframes and ammo storage. This option, target mainframes and ammo storage, is going to be removed, finally, because it was one of those features of the game that swung wildly between... like, completely overpowered and just, like, really, really easy to fool. And just, it led to people, including me, building their craft in, like, really stupid, cheesy ways to fool it. You can't fool this as much. And as much as I would like a center of mass aim or center of volume aim or something like that, until someone mods that in, who is not Gladion, by the way, and I'm able to test it in a way that's satisfactory, I'm not sure whether that's overpowered or not. Like, the general consensus among the devs is that that's overpowered. But enough rambling, so what that means is that I mean to stick the ammo, engines, and, what was it, the ammo, the engines, and the AI just in the keel of this ship we're planning. So, we are going to prefab this whole thing right here, so, well, I say the whole thing. And what's 1, 2, 3... 5 there, and yes, that is the right height, and then there's going to be width 5, thank you. Then I love the new prefab feature where it's not limited by length in any way. I hope this is right. Whoop. Nope. 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 Okay, here we go. So now we have the start of our ship here. So, heavy armor keels are kind of hit and miss. Oh, I should definitely. Okay, so Almost forgot. So this is going to be placeholder 1, placeholder 2, placeholder 3, and placeholder 4. I forgot to go over these guns just now. I should really do that. So, I've built these guns off screen for good reason. So, let's look at this one over here. So, what we have here is my trademark stupid Tetris. CRAM Tetris, I call it. So, it starts in the middle here with these connectors that are just one space away from each other, and then it radiates outward in standard Tetris. So, it allows you to jam it allows you to jam more guns into a smaller space, or at least, very least, allows you to do that easily. It's if you know what you're doing, you can do funky things and jam more guns into a smaller space and still have it efficient. I'm kind of lazy in that regard, I guess. And so this gun is a twin 2000mm, so max cram gauge, penetration depth firing, so HE, APHE. Quite powerful, actually. It's quite a tall gun. It's quite tall. So, like, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the bulk of it underneath, and the turret cap is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, tall thing. It's going to need quite a tall little thing for it. And this is something I run into a lot with making super fighting turrets, is that the whole darn ship ends up too tall. Hopefully we can avoid that too much. And over here are even worse guns that are 2000mm, same god-awful Tetris, just surrounding this core of high explosive pellets, which isn't a smart idea, because if one of these things gets damaged, the whole thing will chain react, so that's not great. Not great accuracy, so these are the secondaries. These are, I'm just going to have, well, this many on each side. Is this practical? No. Is it fun? Yes. So, we're gonna be doing that. Did I get everything? Yes, I did. These are the same height as these ones, and these are just exactly the same as that one, except they're taller. Longer turret necks, so they can fire over each other, and I don't have to do that thing where I waste space in the middle. Although, a long neck is a kind of waste of space. But anyway, so let's start a new vehicle. And let's start with a beam, and we'll be pointing in the right direction. Yes, we are. Okay, it's red. Great. That means I can remember where the middle is. And facing that way. And this thing's already 96 meters long. Great. It's probably going to end up being a lot longer than that. So, what I want to do now... So these are where the turrets are going to go. That's important. I'm going to stick a local weapon controller underneath it. They all have local weapon controllers on the turret itself. But my plan is ridiculous amounts of redundancy. So, let's not do that. So, weapon controller here. Weapon controller here. Controller here, and weapon controller here. So basically you need to kill every single AI on this craft in order to finally get rid of it. So yeah, that's the plan. Is it a good plan? I don't actually know. So this could be a fool's errand right now. So there. Yeah, by the way, I've never built a ship this way before, like, just kind of hiding important stuff directly underneath the turrets, like, directly underneath it as well. So this could go very badly. I don't even know, so wireless transmitter. I'm already getting a bad feeling about this. Where's it? There, inter-vehicle transmitter. This thing needs a failsafe. Failsafe is here. And I'm going to have to remember to set a higher priority on these guys down here. Okay, good. And some of this, so... behind the blocks, try and target above water, and... Wait. Time prioritization. Set all to 0 for now. Range and block count and weapons, because CRAMs. And we're gonna have general purpose of processing. Right. Yeah. Hope this doesn't end up really badly. Okay, so there's our little basic AI thing. It's going to have lots of these. So it's going to be a very decentralized system. At least that is the plan. Okay, so let's see here. Width 3. And height 1. Length. All that. Here. And here. Here. And here. Okay, so this thing's already got 5 AIs, which might be a bit much. Might replace some of these with... Ugh, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'll just freely admit that. How's this not connected? Hello? This is connected. What the hell? What? Oh. Why are you being dumb? That's weird. How is that not connect? That's right. The bloody hell. Screw it. Screw it. I'll worry about that later. I think that's a bug. That's gotta be a bug. What is your... What? That is connected. Let's go check the first one. Yeah, that's all connected. There's no receivers on this. What if I do this? Nope. What if I do this? Oh, God. Now this thing's gonna sink like a rock if I'm not careful. Okay, now it's working. I don't know why it was before. Alright, cool. Gotta remember which end is the front. There's the red thing over there. This is a weird start, but it's okay. Have this. This is already... I don't know how expensive this is going to be. Alright, so we're going to separate all this out. And you might think, in the old days, I would be pointing out how dumb this whole building thing is. Because it kind of is, let's face it. Okay, I do want big engine. I was thinking about just sticking... Oh, there's a spot for the engines right there. Hopefully this all works really well. It might be... This is going to be, I think, a long Let's Build series. Simply because, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to take a while, so... Okay, then. So here is a place we can stick ammunition. Stick it like that. Ah, no. Why'd I do that? Well, that's less than ideal. Well, crap. Okay. Okay, that's not an issue. We'll just do that again. Yes, I could prefab that, but I feel lazy today. I don't actually feel lazy, it's just meh. Meh. Meh is what I say. I'm a sheep. I say meh. It's what I do. Okay, this is interesting. This is a very stretched out compact. I've literally never built anything like this. I've never built this way before. Like, I'm scared. I don't think this is going to work. Well, okay, come on, BorderWise. Have more faith in yourself than that. It might work. It might work. It might not work. Okay, so here, we're going to be cunning. We're going to have a huge... Basically, the idea is that all the empty space above this keel, this really heavily armored keel, is going to be filled with LAM systems. Anything that isn't a CRAM is a LAM. That's the plan. Because LAM systems need to be massive and have a huge amount of storage in order to be effective. So now we need to somehow stick injector engines in here. And, by the way, I have recently figured out... I've gone back to injector engines a little bit. In the sense that I kind of... mirror mode is important. I kind of like how small you can make them while still having a lot of power. And fuel is... I just remembered. So there's a discussion on the forum right now concerning... what you might call it? Concerning things like, well, fuel and ammunition and making it more strategic to use them. Because fuel at the moment is basically free. Like, you really do not have to worry about ever running out of fuel for anything. Simply because it's so... If you get a good refinery going, it's so easy to get, like, all the fuel in the world. But that might change. Refineries might get less efficient, and so really efficient engines might be the next thing. Okay, I'm trying to think now. What were they doing? I'm trying to think how to do this. Okay, so this building fuel engines from scratch is not my strong point, so bear with me. So let's see if I put that here. Crankshaft, this is going to be terrible. Cylinder, I'm going to have lots of these little bastards. That is the plan. That is the plan. I need 2 of these guys. Important thing with ejector engines is have 2 exhausts per them. Straight. It's a whole fight. This is creating a weak point in here, which I'm not fully okay with. Injector. Like, all the people who know their fuel engines, I apologize in advance. This is going to offend you greatly. But I am considering... just making all this as compact as possible. I just want to hide all the stuff in the keel. So hopefully what happens is that when enemies happen to shoot... Like, I'm thinking ahead to the random block targeting thing, and so half the time they're not going to be shooting down here anyway. Or at least, well, if you put a lot of small blocks... screw it. We're going to see if this works. I'm going to admit right now, this could fail spectacularly. I think I've already admitted that, but... Okay, so we have that. So we have 400 power. This is not going to be resource efficient in the least. There's a cylinder. Yeah, it has 2 exhausts. Good. Right, I want to stick something. Yeah, this is going to be hilarious and cool. Okay, so there's our tiny engine. We're going to... not a fan of this. No, let's try this again. Let's try and rethink that again. Because what I was having success with before... Let's see. This is BorderWise thinking noises right now. Connect that way. It does. Okay. Okay, I see what you're putting down. I'm smelling what you're stepping in. Cylinder. Nope. Crankshaft, then cylinder. cylinder. Okay, yes. And then we stick these guns. Oh, crap. Okay, and why are we lagging? Only 300 blocks. Okay, good. Then we have hull pipes here. This thing is gonna need really good torpedo defense, otherwise it's gonna have a really bad time. Okay, we have... how much power? We don't have any power because we don't have fuel. Fuel is... that's ammo. We need fuel. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Don't try to hide it now. You got to use the fuel. Okay, so we have a tiny amount of fuel. We have 800 power in here. That is thus good. And this engine compartment is going to be sealed off from anything else. So, like so. So hopefully that won't be a huge issue. Yeah, this thing's going to need really good torpedo defense. This keel is very thick. This is thicker than I imagined, but yeah, it's alright. This ship's going to be really damn tall. This is going to be a problem. Okay, so to prefab this whole thing. This is a tiny little engine. Tiny. Okay. Prefabs are your best friend. So here we are. Length -1. And okay, here we go. We have 1600 power already. That's very nice. Compartment here, and I'm just gonna shove some fuel in here. We don't have a lot of fuel. That's okay, cool. There is an engine compartment of sorts. This thing is also gonna need props underneath it for sure. This is a similar thing that I did on the heavy armor wood battleship I made, by the way. Okay, let's work it from... where are we? Here we are. Do that, do this. Seal it all away, nice and neat. Okay, cool. So this thing has power. Not a hell of a lot of power, by the way. I might have to rethink my lambs idea. And... tiny amount of fuel. This might not be my best idea. I might need to shove another engine in the middle. Which is fine. We'll have space for that. I think. I hope. Maybe. Okay, let's save that before anything else. Ships. Prototypes. Okay. Too many CRAMs. Okay. Great. How are we doing? We have accomplished almost nothing. Great. No, that's fine. That's fine. That is a fine. It is a perfecto. I'm going to shove some surge protectors in here because that's what I do with spaces I don't know what to do with. Okay, now it's time for the guns. What? Oh, yeah, you meant to get rid of the wood block first. You are falling weird. Oh yeah, by the way, the applique panels on the outside of these guns, they're purely for looks, really. Like, I don't expect them to be effective armor. Like, I'm making a lot of questionable decisions today. I hope I'm alright. Be sure to tell me if you don't think I'm alright. Yep. Okay, Yeah. Second one. Perfect. Why do I even have symmetry on? This guy, right. Oh no, I should have prefab that. Damn it! Damn it! Okay, nope, 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 no, 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 no. We're doing this first. We're gonna add the guns later. Later, we must add them. Not yet. Not yet, I say. There's things we must do first. Oh, God. Can you go away, please? Sometimes I wish that when you delete sub-objects, they just go away faster. I accomplished nothing doing that. Okay, so now what we need to do is measure things out a bit more. So let's have you be red so I know where you are. Okay, then. I think you guys... metal. This thing's gonna be way too goddamn big, isn't it? Way too damn big. Okay, here is where I can place stuff. So here we have this inner compartment. Here. Keep filling, please. Thank you. I hate how the fill tool sometimes does that. It's fussy. It's just like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna fill anymore. No, it just did it again. Hey, you fill. That is your one purpose in life, is to fill. Alright, let's see here. What size crap are we gonna need? We need to be one more out. And I want... Damn it, I can't remember. I can't remember the numbers. I can't remember anything anymore. I've lost my sense of brain. 1 and 2 over. 2 over. It's very narrow. How many do I want? I think I want 7 on each side, so... Yeah, this thing is gonna be super dumb. This thing's gonna be super dumb. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 7. Great, great. That is a fantastico. Why did I suddenly turn Italian? I don't know. I don't know. I hope I can remember which side is which. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, goodness. I think... what can I stick in here? Probably more... stuff. Yeah, I remember saying ages ago that ammo keels aren't your best idea. Well, I think they might make a comeback. Go in here. I'm gonna leave this space in the middle here empty, just in case. So if we find out that we're running low on something, be it fuel or ammo, we'll just stick it under this here keel. Okay, how are we doing? We've got 4,000 blocks. We're over 100,000 materials, and the hull isn't even done yet. This is this ship's gonna be very stupid. Very stupid. Once again, what am I doing? Red marker. Okay, that's where we are. And control. No. Control P and bin, and let's just save this just in case this freaks the game out. And width is 1, 2, redo, and the length is something ridiculous. 96, I think. Okay, so I want these little wood blocks. Yes, sir. this thing is going to be, yep, over 200 meters long. Okay, that worked pretty well. Too many crams. Too many crams. Yeah, I'm thinking now that these guns here are going to be hidden in the superstructure. So let's do this before I forget, because the idea is that this thing is going to have spole liner up the wazoo. So I'm just putting this here so I don't forget. Go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I like it. How are we doing now? Yep, 240 meters long. I hope this doesn't turn into another Basilosaur, because that would be embarrassing. Right. Now we can stick the guns on and see how we do. See how we fare. I need to stick something on here to remember, like, where and when the guns are. Not where and where the guns are. What am I saying? Okay. Okay. And whoop, and whoop. Way over here. Symmetry not needed right now, but whoop and whoop. And the next one. The next one. Yeah. The next one. See, this is why I get nervous when building anything particularly big, especially if I'm recording it. Because, ye gods, if you make a mistake, it is like hours and hours of your life that, down the toilet with a mocking flushing sound. Okay, I'm liking this so far. This is a framework. This is a thing. That is not a lot of ammo, I just realized. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need a lot more. Yep, okay, so I just figured out what I need to, stick in the underside of all this. Oh, now I know why I have the symmetry line on it, so that I can I remember where the middle of the ship is. Plan for this is basically to get the hull finished, which might be a tall order. Oh no. Okay, how is that looking? Need to set the priorities for all those local weapon controllers. You know what? Nah, not yet. Let's see how we go. Probably if I get this darn thing functional in the time I have, I might just... let's see here. Stitching. This thing actually is gonna have pretty darn good armor, I reckon. Here is the start of the spar liner. Because I found out the hard way. Like, I was mucking around with the stall slung for ages, trying to get her to a point where she could solo the tier. And... yeah, that's a tall order. That is a very tall order. Because the tier these days is, she's pretty strong. She's a strong gal. It's the tier, yeah. No idea if that's going to be permanent. Probably, definitely not. Cool. Should prefab that. This is going to have an interesting hull shape, I feel. It's already 10,000 blocks. This thing is ridiculous. This thing is ridiculous already. I'm already liking the way she looks, though. That's nice. And 2. So here is build outwards. Build outwards, build outwards. Lovely, 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 lovely. And may the FTD gods, aka Nick Smart, our Lord and Savior, bless Wellner for letting me know about the whole vertical blocks thing. Excuse me. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Too many crams, too many crams. Yeah. Yes, Queen. Yeah, I should finish the whole armor. Nah. Nah, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Okay, so let's try and see if we can't get a framework working here. 2. Okay, the deck. By the way, there's a reason that these turret necks are at least 2 meters tall. It's so that I can have spore liner on the deck as well, because that's a handy thing to have. Okay, so there is the under layer of the deck. That over here. Can go there. There. What the hell did I just forgot what I did? Crazy pills. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Alright. Gonna do that again. Less stupidity. Alright, so there we have a framework for where the bottom of the deck is going to be. So now we're going to add... What do I want to add on top of that? I actually want to add reinforced wood simply because I really want a wooden deck. Like, I'm making a lot of crappy decisions right now with this particular build. Okay, so we know where that is. It's very nice. I'm gonna have a really hard time seeing what the hell I'm doing with all this reinforced wood. I remember that when I built the Battleship, which in case you didn't know was a... For those of you who don't know, in my Onyx Watch playthrough, the Battleship was meant to be a cool ship loaded with crams, and it was a miserable failure. So, lesson learned. Save again, this thing is so massive. 11,000 blocks. This might very well end up being the biggest thing I've ever made. I can see that already. See that already. Ooh. Let's take a look at her. She's very skinny at the moment. She's also going to sink... not as badly as... Nope, there we go. She is less sinking. Sinking a lot. Okay, alright, okay. Let's get this deck sorted out. Particularly the deck surrounding the guns. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, that's not the best looking deck thing I've ever done. Yeah, we should probably do all that first, shouldn't we? Yeah, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I am bracing myself for having to do that particular thing all over again. Oh wow, that is a very low-slung turret. That thing looks like it's trying to hide. Which is a good thing, because this thing's tall enough as it is. Can't see. Yep, we're good. Good in the neighborhood. Okay, good. Some story over here. Building from both ends. That's a smart. Yep, that shush. That's a smart thing. I'm a smart boy. Yes. Ah! I was inside the turret and it scared me. Maybe a double-layered deck wasn't the smartest idea I had. Maybe it wasn't the smartest idea in the world. But how could that be? I'm smart. But I have a degree in being smart. Nice and consistent. Nice and consistent. No. Yeah, this is gonna look kind of goofy with how big the CRAM cans are. That is a risk I'm willing to take. I have made peace with this fact. Hopefully this thing actually floats, not terribly. See, this is gonna be this might be an issue. This is one of the reasons I love building with wood, is because it has lines on it like this. You can see where beams end, which is very convenient. Ah, crap. I should really delete these freaking... I should delete these turrets again and stick in placeholders. No. That's not the way you do it. This money is not for nothing. You're not going to get checks for free. Cool. I'm just going to keep making positive noises in the hope that positive things happen. Cool. Oh god, this thing... this is gonna be a 20,000 block monster. And if it doesn't kill the tier in one volley, I'm gonna be very upset. Most of the block count is probably just from the CRAMs and from all the stuff. I keep thinking this thing is smaller than it actually is, and then I just look down here at this monstrous keel thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with torpedo defense. My usual torpedo poppers are okay, but there's only so much they can do. And hopefully it doesn't take all the engines out when this thing deals with a torpedo volley. Assuming it can. I'm really gonna have to skimp on a lot of armor, or so it feels like. That was dumb. Why'd I do that? No. There we go. 5-meter blocks, I think, would be great. It would be a good thing. Okay, I'm not gonna leave this middle bit for now, because I plan to do stuff in here. Okay, good, good, good. That is pretty much that deck sorted around those guns. I'm going to test it there, okay, by doing this. I'm going to do that quickly before this thing actually sinks horribly. Okay, none of them are stuck. There is a block missing right there, though, which I'm not thrilled. I can't see what I'm doing. BorderWise. What are you doing, sir? Oh, hey, look at that. It's, at the very least, it's not... Well, of course it's not rolling over. The whole keel is made of, like... This, like, one of the heaviest substances in the game. A dirty-dur. While I'm here, I'm just going to fill this whole expanse down here with ammunition. Because I can do that. I have the power. Ammo, ammo, ammo. So yeah, potential ammo changes. The whole thing that ammo won't regenerate anymore. You'll be able to store a lot more of it, but in order to make it, you'll need actual refineries, factories, and stuff like that. Ammo processors will probably still be a thing. I was thinking, like, why is the ammo not going up? I was looking at the engine power instead. That's a lot of ammo. Awesome, we are gonna be able to make, we're gonna strap a lot of missiles on this thing probably as well. Mostly because, I was talking to someone over Discord, and they, like, I don't know, someone I talk to quite regularly, he's a cool guy, and, like, he reminded me that battleships might, emphasis on might, be making a comeback in modern navies. Specifically the United States Navy, simply because they're finding that for patrolling waters around the world, they're in need of something a generalist and something that can actually take a beating, because naval warfare for the most part these days is all about like glass cannons, so you have corvettes, you have cruisers, you have destroyers and stuff like that, which deal a lot of damage at very long range and rely on active defense. So, like, the meta in From the Depths for the longest time was very similar to this. In fact, it still is a little bit like that, but less so, with the number of changes that have been made and a lot of changes that are to come. But I digress. The point is that... what was the point of saying? Oh, yeah, so basically this proposed battleship, modern battleship, is going to have big guns, but it's also going to have a whole... a smorgasbord of ICBMs on it, so because that's something that a battleship's good for. Like, it's a big ship, it is the idea is that it's well armored, and not just against has great, you can stick great active protection on it, and the idea is that it's a big hull, so you can strap really big missiles on it. So the kind of thing that well, I'm imagining you fire it from, like, one side of the globe and it hits the other, which is, well, something that nuclear submarines can do. Actually, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. I hope they don't put nukes on it in that case. Like, simply because the world doesn't need more nuclear tension, I feel. Sorry to get political, but, like, I think less nukes are better than more. Just saying. We had a whole well, the world had a whole Cold War about that kind of thing. Hello, there's a 4-meter gap in here. That's actually incredibly convenient. I got... What was I doing? Oh, that's a 4-meter gap. Oh, that's incredibly convenient. I'm a genius. I am a spiffy genius. I am. I'm not less of a spiffy genius now, because... Okay, fine. I'm a slight genius. Every so often, roll the dice, standard D20, and what happens is that my brain randomly fires off a few extra neurons, and then life is good. That's the kind of smart I am. And then a whole butt ton reinforced wood goes right here. Yeah, 12,000 blocks. This is a big gal. So I'm so glad I made the turrets off screen, because that would have taken. That did actually take quite a long time. Not going to lie. I would not lie to you. I would never lie to you. Yes, you, the person watching this right now. I would not lie to you. Not even if victory depended on that lie. You get a cookie if you know what that is a reference to. Well, not a real cookie. I don't have the means to send it to you, but you get a virtual internet cookie, which is not as good at all. Let's be honest. Because a real cookie is delicious and fattening and keeps you alive sometimes. Emphasis on the sometimes. Okay, how are we doing? We only have 9,000 engine power. That is... I'm gonna be straightforward. That's pretty pathetic. I should replace the whole engine compartment with more ammo and just have a real engine in the hull of the ship itself. That would be the good idea. That would be the smart thing to do. Might just do that, actually, like, because I don't like having these exhausts here either. Because that is unnerving. Not a fan of that, because, like, as I've said many times before, the heavy armor surrounding this, so let's look here, this 2-meter block. This has 2,500 health, 40 armor. The engine exhaust next to it has 300 health and 15 armor. This is a weak point, which renders the heavy armor around it considerably less useful, because if a torpedo hits under here, it's gonna blow a hole straight through into the engine anyway, and the heavy armor might as well not be there, so... yeah... Hopefully the angle will be good, because there'll be just layers of metal in between it and that. But, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm highly inclined to say bugger this and just stick even more ammunition on here, so, like, we can have a serious missile party. Or a serious torpedo party. That'd be fun. You can stick more ammo in there and then stick torpedo turrets underneath this thing and just go completely nuts, because apparently we haven't gone nuts enough. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing the deck over here. I'm going to save quickly, because I want to do that. Because I want to save my soul and my sanity when I inevitably accidentally delete half of this thing. Nope, wrong. There we go. Right, as opposed to wrong. Not right as opposed to left. Left is sometimes okay. Left is okay. If you're left-handed, it's okay. There are apparently still places in the world where if you're left-handed, people give you a hard time. Which is kind of... let's face it, that's kind of dumb. That's kind of dumb. You can't help the way your brain is wired. It's a bit of a... It is a bummer. It is a bummer. With emphasis on bum. Because that is a butt thing to do. I should not have done that. Why did I do that? It is because my moment of genius has passed. It is not there anymore. Surfing, yeah. Let's go surfing, yeah. That's not what I want. So I want to do this. I can't see anything. That doesn't screw me. Go. I think snug is the way. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a double. That's a double. Do not panic. Yes, you, Timmy. The one who's panicking. Don't panic. Do not panic. Could use the fill tool right here, but I'm scared. This fill tool is currently buggy. Hello? Hello? Just filled. That is filled. I'm very nervous about hitting the fill button in... Ah! See? I'm here nervous about hitting the fill button in areas I can't see. BorderWise, you really should have put the turrets in later. You should have placed them down, delete them, and then, like, delete them so you can freaking see what you're doing. You banana fisherman. You fisher for bananas. Just like, don't fish for bananas, people, because they don't naturally live in the sea. Sorry to blow your mind this early in the morning, or afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. I don't know, I should have prefabbed the whole gosh darn deck. How are we doing now? This thing is... already! Okay, it's what are we doing here? I was about to say it's more expensive than the Stahl Slung now. It isn't. It is definitely going to be, because it has... how many guns on it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20... plus 14 is 34. It has 34 max gauge CRAM cannons, and the Stahl Slung has 6. So this is a big thing. This is a big deal. This is Teddy Roosevelt's New Deal, but bigger. Okay, I think I'm gonna finish off the deck just quickly. And then we're going to stop there, because I've been at this for almost an hour. Almost an hour. And I'm also getting hungry. That always happens with these Let's Build things. I just end up doing them at times when I'm hungry or I'm tired or whatnot, and it's just... It's a terrible thing. Life is terrible. Life is so hard when you can, like, people actually want to watch you play video games. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. Ah, darn it. Ah, poo. I'm losing it. Thought the game was lagging, it wasn't. Too many crams. Too many blocks is what the name of this thing should be. I'm gonna leave this open for now. I should also do those interior walls before I forget about them. Oh, that's it. Oh, cool. Okay, deck's done. Deck is done. That's nice. Check everything. Yay! Everything rotates. Can we get a 34 gun salute before we sink? I believe. Well, off the main guns, yes. That'll do. Okay, look at that. We're getting somewhere. She's sunk. Right. Okay, I think... yeah, okay, not looking bad so far. We've got a nice framework in place. We've got a whole bunch of guns. We have more... actually, 32,000 ammo isn't that much. Okay, this thing is going to... how long is this thing? I think it's 240. Okay, this thing isn't as massive as I thought it was going to be. But, yeah, I'm going to leave just... I'm going to do the sides yet. I want to do some internals. I have no idea what's going to... probably more lambs. Now, more engines, more lambs. Redundant everything. Oh, I can picture it already. So, as this thing sinks down into the briny deep, which was the front again? Oh, that's the front. Where Rambot's sitting. So as this thing slowly sinks down to the bottom, because it's got heavy armor all along its belly. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon if you like, it really helps. And thank you to my current Patreon supporters. And I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell.